The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Life and Stuff. You know how we roll right here. And today, you know, I always bring you your favorite people, and we have a conversation with them. No one is being put on the spot or whatever. If you want to see On the Spot and Controversy, watch On the Spot with Ola 7. And we also have Trending News with Yaya Good Vibes. And we have The Spotlight with Yvonne and also Genius Keys. But on a Sunday, we just have conversations on life and stuff. Okay. So yeah, I hope you are good. I hope everything is perfect. If not, don't worry. Tomorrow is going to be another day. You try again until we get it right. Okay. So without wasting much of your time, today I have one of my favorite people. I know I always say favorite people, but this time I mean it. We have one of my favorite people in the house. I'm sure you can tell. And today I came men to men, you know, so you see me. You see the real me. That means it's serious business today, okay? Today we have Ability Extension. Yes, please. Hi, Nutty O.
Noma.
How are you?
You're looking good.
Thank you. You look good too.
Mm-hmm.
Is black your favorite color?
Yeah, black is my favorite. Black is the color of wholeness.
Oh, is it? Yeah. That's why I like you. Black is my favorite color too.
Real? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if nobody stops me from picking black things, then, you know, my whole wardrobe is black.
Black through and through.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. How have you been? How are you?
I'm alright.
Okay. Can't complain. How's 2025 treating you?
2025? I can say it's been alright. Been recharging. I feel like the battery is full.
Okay.
We're just ready to take on the road and see and take each day as it comes. But 2025 kind of promises to be a great year.
Okay. What were you up to on Christmas Day and on New Year's
Christmas? Past Christmas, I didn't do nothing. I believe for the first time, I got the chance to relax, introspect, reflect, and see, you know, what I've been doing all the year, correcting my mistakes, you know, just corrective purposes, sitting down and reflecting back and seeing just how life has been and being thankful for everything that has happened. You know, for me, I feel like we're always chasing more. And then this Christmas, I was chilled, I was relaxed, I was thanking God for all the things that has happened to me and chatting to my family, my mom, seeing people, going back on my street, seeing youths and how they're doing.
That's cool. All right, so before we get into the serious stuff, okay, I want you to be as comfortable as you can be, right?
Don't I look comfortable?
You do, but then, like, in terms of conversation,
yeah,
okay?
You know.
So, we're gonna do a little something.
Yeah.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah, my phone.
So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna open any of your social media platforms, either Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Go to your inbox.
Okay.
And read any message that you've ever got from a fan or whatever.
Okay.
I guess if it's Instagram, from your hidden ones, the ones you don't open.
I don't even see. You know, I don't get to see these things none of the time. Okay, so pana MC Bed, pana Mujaya ZW, Anangargu, Jaya, Ananga is a story. Let's see what he's singing about. Mujaya, you know Mujaya, right?
But not that one. What's a random person?
Oh, I don't remember song. Yeah. Okay, cool. A random message, right?
That you've never opened.
Fadzi XX pana Tanya.
Yeah, let's open those.
Yo, Fadzi, I got a story. Tanya Arguimba. She's cute though. Let's see what she was singing about. Intellectual, see if and dandy. Anyway, she go up on a bit, but Mari.
So good message, chat.
All right, cool. Let me do this. You're my guy. Okay, there's Lucius. So people are just tagging me with my songs. Then someone says, "Wagarisa usina kutiva hit ABX." This is Kudzi.
Respond to that.
Kudzi, Wagarisa usina kutiva hit ABX. Okay, let me respond to a voice or
voice.
A voice.
Yeah.
Yo, big up Kudzi. Yes, I hear you. But you know what? You need to stay in touch. Last year, Chawiriri was one of the biggest songs. I was there. Jegera was one of the biggest songs I was involved. Bestie. I featured in almost countless hit collaborations. So you need to revisit back and see that. And 2, new music is coming. New hits are coming. I guess that's what you meant. 2025, you're going to get tired of good music. And normalize waiting for good music. ABX forever.
Yay, thank you. I'm sure because he's going to be happy. Yeah, I'll check out Nema response. What's the weirdest DM you've ever received from a fan?
Weirdest.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only weird thing is when you see a comment that is myriads away from reality and someone thinks they're speaking to you. Do you get what I mean?
No, I don't. You're speaking in riddles.
Yeah, like some people are just funny. They come with come with their opinions.
Oh, okay.
And they feel like they're speaking to you. And it's weird for me because you cannot come with your opinion and kind of assume your opinion is actually gonna make an effect on me or become my reality. So you think you're speaking to me when in your opinionated corner. That's weird for me.
Okay.
People come with their...
But how often do you open your DMs? You don't?
I haven't done about 3 days.
Oh, okay.
So it's overwhelming. But sometimes I check. But you know what? I'm not big on those DMs because... One, I believe the smartphone era has made human beings dumb. The phones are smarter now. Humans aren't. That's why it's smartphone. So I don't like to be on the phone enough of the times. The only time I want to go on the phone is to promote music. And the music that I'm promoting, I know it's soul food to a lot of people out there. So I have to find a way to send you that song. Otherwise, I'm not that person you find on the phone smiling, replying to DMs a lot and stuff. Yes, I see some of my super fans. Then I approach. Then I like, yeah, big up your ABX forever. Because I need to feel them and give them assurance that I see what they're doing and they support. But phone is not for progressive people.
Okay. So your actual name is Carrington. That's a nice name. Simbarashi Chiwadzwa. Right? Where did Nutty O come from?
It's school. It's school. Definitely it's school. They used to call me the naughty operator. I changed the naughty into nutty. Still, you can equate the meanings. But naughty, nutty in what sense? Crazy, mad sense, musically. Yeah. At school, I was the naughty operator. Same way. In many aspects, musically. I was just this naughty aura around the school, and they gave me that, but it was more musical than anything.
So which go to madam is your music?
Well, Pato ngotanga go to desk. I see. Tatopinda. Atinabaza kuti time even sometimes any time at school would find ourselves doing these things, and that's how it plays. I my musical ingenuity was so unbelievable to a lot of people. The way I could jump onto rhythms, the way I could freestyle, the way I could decipher lyrics, other people's songs, the way I could relate with music, and how I could flip it, how I could translate it, how I could decipher music and bring it to the people the way I understand they would love. All of that made me a nutty operator at school.
Okay.
Some would say, yeah, I was nutty in other ways. You know, truth be told. Well, short people with mischief, basic mischief, like juvenile delinquency. So you mustn't miss, you know. In
What do you mean you mustn't miss?
You put them scans where you know more. You could one hour to eat. I
don't know jump on stage.
I don't know guide you. Yeah, you might go and pray. You might go and fast and pray for that. You might think you're cursed or something. But them scans where you know more. That's what we call juvenile delinquency.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to compare that spin and fridge. I think has active for your liking. That kind of thing. Like at school, I was naughty in some sense. You know.
Scans are going to get normal.
Yeah, it was normal. It was normal. I would
if
love
we were to ask your teachers, would they confirm that it was normal?
I would love to believe. I would love to believe.
Okay.
But anything you find still within the naughty range, that's it, Noma. That was the Nutty O at school, but more musical too.
Okay. So you were born and bred in Mbare, the country's first high-density suburb. It's the busiest and most popular ghetto in Zimbabwe, right? So what are some of the hustle hacks that you learned from growing up in Mbare that you're using now in your life?
Trust me, I wouldn't have been here if I wasn't from Mbare. I wouldn't be here where I am at this point in my career if I wasn't from Mbare. You know, the atmosphere, the aura, just growing from Mbare, it's iconic. It's the baddest ghetto. It's iconic in that sense that every hero, every great man has to pass through. When you need the market, the biggest market is there. Life is there. Lessons in the life revolve within that ghetto called Mbare. Great people are raised every day. Footballers, musicians, you name it. You know, everyone. When I know over Congo, when I know over Spain, when I know over Mbare, it just makes sense to Zimbabwe. So that's just how iconic it is. So, you know, I learned a lot. The hustle. I know how to sell things. I used to sell in the streets. Big business at our house was, we used to sell packaging. Still do. And we had a table in Masika. I used to be there, even when, at a point in my time, in my career, when I had a #1 song on the radio, I remember. I think it's my buckets from Masika. Street knowledge you gain. You see people hustling. You see mothers with their children, you know, hustling. You know, mothers with a skill to convince you to buy something that you don't want to eat or drink, just to make sure they make their siblings or their children survive. So a lot. I would write a book. But trust me, it molded me to be this person that I am right now. And the shiny, and the vaire, I don't flaunt even about the things that I know I am or I have because of my upbringing, because where I come from. Humility is the equal base that makes us all equal. Loving one another. All of those things I learned from growing up from Mbare. We were raised in a way. My mom used to tell me, if your friend comes to the house, you might as well not eat. But you've planted the seed of love and gratitude and honor. You never know what that person might do the next. And they might help you and remember one day they came to your house and were treated well. So it's a big philosophy. I'll write a book about it. We'll need another podcast.
I hear you. So do you still have friends that you grew up with?
Yeah.
Do you still keep contact with?
Yeah, I have. So the thing is, they're not friends. When you grow up from Mbare, from those type of communities, society, so it's family. So they know my friends. The family I grew up with. I still have them. I'm in contact. Sometimes I go there and I hang around. I see them. I see what they're doing. You know, with the work that we have and the work that I have and the type of person I want to become, sometimes it becomes difficult for me to actually follow through the lane because it also becomes dangerous to some sort. but it's good to go back and connect with the people. My heart is always there. My heart is in Mbare. That's why you hear it in my songs. I'm always there. I'm in the streets. I live close to the streets. I'm not there, but I live close. I live close to a point where ndikashaya mari kombi ndofamba netsoka nchipinda mstreet.
Ah, nice. Is that true though? When was the last time you actually walked? Can you walk in the streets right now?
I walk in the streets. That's the beautiful thing about me, because I'm a human being and I'm a musician. So that doesn't give me immunity. I walk in the streets and I move with my guys. I'm one person. If I look, I go to the gym. Road run yangu do open a name street, whatever time.
Well, you never get tired of the selfies and the hi, Nutty.
Well, I'm used. I never get tired of those because I know how my people see me. I know how people have an idea of me. Okay. So if you want a picture, it doesn't matter how I embrace your view of me. We take a picture, and sometimes we need to learn to gratify what God has given us.
Sure.
You know. Today I was in the streets. Nice.
You sound like a very smart person.
Do I?
Like, yeah.
Do I feel like? Did I sound? Do I look like? Does it feel like? Yeah. Anyway.
You sound like a very smart person, right? So looking back at your school days, do you have perhaps any subject that you think kind of influenced you into how you look at life, or how you do your music career and stuff?
At school.
Mm-hmm. Any subject that you think that changed your perspective in life and.
Trust me. Since I told this go. Since I understand you as you know, as an aid into the University of Life. Trust me. But the only thing that would give you that level of reflection or influence is history. You learn about your history, about your country, about how people used to live, Iron Age, Stone Age. Those things will tap you, get you into that reflective mode, and you get to appreciate life in a different way and see life in a different way. I think history, even we hear about World War and how everything came to be, history about our the colonial times, you know, and all of that. I think history would get you into that zone. Otherwise, everything else, Wapinam University of Life, you have to restart. It's a whole different faculty. I wouldn't say math has anything to do with, well, I would say...
It does also when you're then doing your finances and stuff.
Well, yeah.
But not entirely.
Yeah, you know.
I get it.
The billionaires I know don't even have it. So, you see, so... I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but answering your question, history maybe would be that subject that would give me a different reflection to life and how things must, you know, if I want to change things, I would change things in our past history. I would point at things that would have changed, or maybe a way things would have happened before, so that, you know.
Okay. I hear you. So do you have anyone in your early life who spoke into your life who made you realize that you were going to be Africa's finest?
Yeah.
Or who was that person?
Prophets from church, spiritual people, in all facets of life. Random people from all facets of life. Mainly, I would get these things from random people, from prophets. Spiritual people would come and speak a word into my life and say, we see you, you're going to become something that you never thought you would. And you're going to be an icon. You're going to be something your country will cherish. You're going to be celebrated across the world. You're going to be a powerful individual. You're going to make an impact, not just from where you come from, but across the globe. You're going to be an individual of so much substance to a point that the world cannot ignore it. I've had people say these things, prophets, spiritual people, like I said, except my family members. How ironic.
Because I was about to ask that.
Yeah, my mom never said I was going to be this great. My dad never said I was going to be this great. No one in my family said I was going to be. It's always outsiders. But I know it's normal, because they wanted me to be into academics, become a doctor, become a lawyer, which I wanted too. But then passion and God and time.
Okay. So then, Your breakthrough song was Bumshele. Was it? According to me, that was.
Okay.
But according to you, which one would you say that was your breakthrough song?
I don't think there is every song is a breakthrough song because every song goes to different people differently. I believe the first song that I sang, Kwandava Kure 2015, was my breakthrough song professionally, produced by DJ Tamuka, because that song, I went on my first England tour with that song, that one song. So that was, in that song opened so many doors. It's the first song that played on BBC Radio, got me noticed on BBC Radio, got me noticed by DJ Edwin. A lot of people, a lot of influential people noticed me through that song. I got to do my first UK tour with that song. Got my first almost paycheck with that song.
Yeah,
I would say.
We came late to the party.
You came,
But
Boom Shelele is a big song up to now. Still one of the biggest songs ever to come out of the land. And I believe Panana Randizia through Boom Shelele, Panana Randizia through Boom Shelele, and Randizia through Bugatti, and Randizia through Let's Talk About It, and Randizia Pachiki, you know.
Okay. So what made you decide to pursue music that time? What was going on in your mind when you decided to say you started telecommunications?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what made you take music as a career and ignore?
Because you know what, this is so cool to me. My gifts aid and we know them, but we are naive. We fight those gifts because we are naive. In what sense? We want to seek exterior validation from other people and do things that are not us. My mom knew I was a musician. I used to sing for her. My tune gurarisa shturara.
Oh, that's sweet.
Daimba jaka at the time. You see, she knew I was a musician. My family knew I loved music. My dad used to make me listen to Bob Marley, the Wailers, and UB40. I could mimic, I could sing. They knew, but then they wanted me to be otherwise because in the whole society at TD, our parents somehow are misguided in that note. They want us to become things that we are not. For their reasons, trust me. But you know, purpose is purpose. And God made you for a purpose. I was a musician and I knew. No matter telecoms, I say, no matter nenda kuchukuru kupi, I say, ndas with flying colors. I knew I was a musician. I was a music man. With music, no one with 3 days in the snack, I'll be okay. With music, I can do sleep. With music, I can do music under any weather, under any condition. I cannot do math under any weather, under any condition. I wouldn't be a 9 to 5 right now. I wouldn't. I'm a musician. So passion takes over at a certain point in time in your life, even when you don't want. Passion will always take over. There was this time I was at school, that's at A level, I think. My son was going to radio, but I was still going. And I'm like, let me finish this A level for my mom. And the people want me to finish A level. But I will pursue music for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were starting telecommunications, was it fun again, or you were just?
It is fun. I like it.
it?
I used to like it. I still like it. It requires time. I love telecoms. You know, it was fun. But then, music was now paying my bills. You know, I used to watch my mom strive and hustle for my fees and all of that. And now, it was my turn. I was not panava ndinega 5y. Tatinava dinda tutinga ka grosimbi. Umzato nakiro. Ndatustingera ka boots kang ndakutuluka bu. Nakwanisa kuenda ku studio without blaming people. You know, you're impacting people, coming with positive feedback. So no, I'm a musician. I might as well pursue this because maybe that's God directing me to my purpose.
How much was your first paycheck from music?
Music. No, naenda kuyigeka ndine one tune. Nekwanda vakure. It was a Luther Digital one. Big up to him. He's the first person who gave me a shot at the show. He believed in me. But before it was King Alfred who played my songs, and people like Toro were just the word going around. I think my show, I got 3 shows, so I was getting £300 a show. So My paycheck was £900.
Ooh, that was a lot, right? At that time.
Hey,
It was
get to you, Mbare. To Pinam England. I'll give you 3 wire pounds for sure. These are the things we never.
wakarara here the day around tukuenda mangwana.
Aurare. Aurare. You make sure, you want to make sure the whole ghetto knows kuti wapinda vaengland wakwira ndege, because look, ndege dzino vamwe vanokwira ndege nezvinhu zvakasiyana. Pane vanhu vari kuenda kuchikoro izvezvi kuti vazokwira ndege.
True.
But look, I'm just a gifted youth from Mbare through music. Tazadza my passport akawandisa. So it was a nice thing. Tanga kupinda Iron Bird. It's a ghetto youth.
Nesong yangu one.
Nesong yangu one. Wana butza zana ndakapfeka ipo smart rangu na ndakena nari kucondition noimbisa. I was laughing this other day as I look in those pictures. I remember someone came backstage and offered boots. Face so. Akati, can I give you my coates? You want to pay akapfeka kazanga not. Hey.
Pakashata.
Amunava. But I denied. I said no. I went on stage with my shoe. That shoe, I'll give you that picture. One of my family members, I remember nakapfeka sweater so. Yakule hang.
Was it your size though? I hope it was.
It was, because they fake it.
Great.
And that was that.
So who would you say was the first artist you ever looked up to in the music industry?
Jamaican artists, definitely, because we heavily influenced by Jamaican artists. Yeah.
Okay.
And I grew up in reggae and dancehall. So I looked up to so many of these Jamaican artists. Ja Vinci in particular. Bone Tequila in particular. I used to sound like Ja Vinci because that's my inspiration. It was part of the Gaza. Then the Portmore Empire, which was led by Vibes Carter. Yeah. And then all of these artists, the Foundation artists, the Sanchez, the Garnet Siuk, etc. Those are the artists I was looking out to, because I was heavily influenced by Jamaican music, and I'm an R&B cat, born and raised on R&B and hip hop.
Okay. So when you did your song Kandava Kure, did you know? Did you have a feeling that this is gonna be the song for me? This is gonna be great.
Well, with music, you know that, because remember these are gifts. The Bible says your gift will make way for you. So the moment I get into the studio and I do a good song, I know that song will bring all good things that it must come with it. I knew Kandava Kure was gonna go to the people it's supposed to go to, and those people noticed me. They came into my life and they helped me propel my career forward. So you know when you make a good song, you know. There's this saying around, I was here, good song, I say, trust me, you know when that song is gonna make an impact or it's not gonna, you know. There is a knowing. There is a knowing in a musician.
Okay. That's quite interesting. So even if you know, you just release the song knowing that it won't go anywhere.
Yeah, cause look, my songs, I know appeal to different people in different way. Someone would say, for example, like that person was saying, on a time it's not if I hit. But I have a whole mixtape with hits, the Cornerstone, which is my best work so far. Contrary to people's beliefs, they think Mustard Seed was my best work. It's not. Mustard Seed was my basic work. The Cornerstone, up to date, is my best work. So if you go into the Cornerstone and listen to that music, reflect that in the class yedu pakunzwisisa nekuona.
Okay. I hear you.
So you have to release. We had to Jegera. Shout out to the manager. She said Jegera is a favorite song, and I know when she says that she means it, because Jegera is that type of song you don't get to hear if you are my props. Never in a substance.
I hear you. So your sound is a mixture of a lot of things. Zim dance or reggae, Afro beats and pop and everything. So if your sound was a dish, what would you call it?
Dish. Reimagining is special.
Okay. Good answer. Interesting one with that.
Reimagining is special. ability extension. That's the dish. It's not because I am versatile. So when I do music, all elements that could change R&B, change hip hop, change reggae, change dancehall, Afro beats, and change kanindo, change all sorts. All of those elements, you hear them. Anything that inspires me, you hear it in my music. So it's not something that I fabricate. That's me. That's who I am. You get ABX. You get that special dish.
Okay.
You get that versatility. You get that beats of everything. Just in case, I would eat you. Exactly.
Okay. So you make sure you balance it out for everyone, for all your fans. Okay. So in the song Bugatti, there's a line that you say something about Soul Jah Love.
Exactly.
Did you have a personal relationship with the late Soul Jah Love?
Yes, I was. I would love to believe I was one of the closest people to Soul Jah Love in the music. And I have testimonies, and I have other people out there with testimonies. Simba Bode Salam at once witnessed this and even came to me and said, Sauro Aitejna, Sauro Asatamweta, this Aitejna, anyone, you are the first. We went to the UK. I think that's the last show I did with Soul Jah Love, Pamamonya Ipapu tour. And it was me and him. Big show. Was sponsored by Rockefeller. Soul Jah Love angari somewhere in London, but then Papa in a hotel room 1 that time. And he said, Nutty O, I know where I'll share the same hotel room now. Mfana wangu. And you know what he did? Couch, Duvangari. Atamfanon. The bed is yours. You're my youth. We could go out, take selfies. I could spend time. Soul Jah Love. No one, I almost spend 2 hours in a Sauro and I said, you get what I mean? And he told me, Tkaenda wararo. Njano soon. So that your career, I will support you. I'll give you a song. Because I know you need it right now. You need that Soul Jah Love collaboration. And I'm going to give it to you. We came back. It was Jah Praiser. I told Jah Praiser, I want to do a song that Soul Jah Love. You promised me you would do it. Jah Praiser said, okay, I want to provide whatever it is he needs. Because we're at MTM. And I'll go home. You and Soul Jah Love and Tamuga have a nice session. Jah Praiser, I swear, he bought everything Soul Jah Love needed. Because they're also on speaking terms. We did that session. He allowed himself to do that. So he wrote the song. He went out. He waited for me. We didn't need to pick up because he's quick. 3 verse anganyura nsanda bataniza. Katonzwa song bye on my lines I don't need isagwiri quit. It has so. And we shot a little video and he went and said I fulfilled my promise. So that's my special relationship with that guy. And he gave me aid when I most needed it. And he was genuine to me, and he genuinely loved me. That's our relationship with Soul Jah Love, and I'll forever be grateful. That's why everywhere I represent Soul Jah Love and I cherish him. He wanted me to, yes, this is untold. First time on this podcast. Soul Jah Love, he was staying quite diva Soja ku Gaza at some point in time. Mbare. He was staying there, and I went and I wanted to see him. And he said, I want to sign you.
Aww.
He wanted to sign me, Soul Jah Love. And I said, I'm in. So that's when I never did. And it's a weekend the next week, Soul Jah Love hung up pizza. It's going Red Folks, because that's the time in a PTK. And he said he wanted to sign me. So every time he used to see me, probably it was that memory of how he saw me, how he identified me, and how he appreciated my craft. And how we went through that route and that road. So yeah, Soul Jah Love is a special person to me, R.I.P. to Shibaba.
That's so deep. Thank you for sharing that with us. Exclusive to Life and Stuff podcast. On the same song, you also said big up to Jah Praiser. He believed in the vision.
Yeah.
You were signed with Military Touch Movement for some time.
Yeah.
What would you say were the biggest lessons you got from being a part of that camp?
Trust me, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for, for MTM and being part of that camp. I learned a lot. Jah Praiser is a dope songwriter. He's a leader. And for me to be part, it was XQ who brought me there, but it was based on their conversation behind the scenes. Jah Praiser admired my craft long time ago, and he said, I want you XQ to bring that kid around so that we do a coalition and we move together as a brotherly facet. I learned everything, to lead people, to be humble. I learned even writing, how he approaches his music is different. Pen game at Jah Praiser is not ordinary. People say what they say, but you cannot undermine that guy's ingenuity in the music. And I am one of his fan. He knows. He knows my favorite songs. I give him. And he was there for me as a leader. He led me so many aspects, taught me to be a man I am right now, combined Nana XQ and all of them. So the biggest thing I took from MTM, because I had Jah Praiser and XQ in my camp, is leadership. Knowing how to behave in this music, knowing how to move in this music, integrity, value, cultivating value, being an individual of substance, because it's two different things. Hype ni substance akasiyana.
True.
Kupisa mvuleka boila chatundu. You're guaranteed.
True.
But kana uri munhu we value. Substance iri muzai, you need it. Ashinabasa twari boila or waita otherwise. You need the substance iri muzai. You see? So that's what I learned. Great takeaways, music-wise, learning the business, show, my stage show, how to perform on stage, leadership qualities in the music and outside the music.
And you still have a good relationship with everyone on the team.
Yeah, I would love to believe that. We don't see each other more often nowadays because, you know, lifestyles, take the busy, to go west, you want to go busy, go east. But I would love to believe we're still good. And every time I get a chance, I holler at the big man. He knows. He knows my heart. He knows. I know his heart too. Despite whatever it is that happened, it's life, it's process. At the end of the day, it brings us back together to a point where we realize that we are human beings and we cannot be perfect human beings, and we are not human beings. We cannot be human beings without air.
True, that is true. I asked that because as fans, sometimes, my vision, that's not gonna now, So it's important for us to then hear it from you. No, we're still good, because the sisters the kitchen, I'm a beef at and then we.
They can never be beef. They can never be beef. You see, so my fans. That's what I always say. Fans will always be fans, and fans will never be more than fans. Fans are just fans, and we shouldn't take fans seriously.
True.
Fans should take us seriously. So me and Jah Praiser were okay. So that's fans should take that. And they can never be beef with me and Jah Praiser because that's my daddy, that's my father, that's someone who led me, someone who brought me to the scene. How can that person be my enemy? You see, so as a fan also, we have a duty to educate our fans. True. Today my fans are pussies.
Okay, now we come on to I think it's everybody's favorite, the mustard seed. That was a game changer. I think it kind of solidified your sport not only as Zimbabwe's finest, but Africa's as a whole, finest, right?
That is it.
Did you have any pinch me moments where you realized just how far the album had taken you?
Yeah, trust me. My fans, I know it takes every day, every time. I know that's the biggest body of work they've witnessed for the past decade until to this point. Well, with all humility, I would love to believe that it is. Yeah? They say that album is a Usain Bolt type of a moment. Set a certain record that isn't yet within this generation been broken. God knows if it will. But that album got me into spaces, got me into rooms God knows I never thought I would step into. It made me link with people that I never thought I would link with, opened doors for me that I never thought would open. Up to this point in time, Noma. It was 2021. I haven't released no album. I'm still surviving on the album. That's how substantial that album is, because people, I feel like no matter what we do, people out there always want and will stick to good music. That's why you still hear Tuku on a family gathering.
True.
machembere edu afakaridza mapiano.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
They always ende afakaridza imwe music iriko mazano yatiri kuti isusu yakaipa iri kupisa. Vanotozopedzera vaendawo kuna Tuku. Vaenda kune dzakudhara dzimamwe madzikoma edu dzainakidza dzine substance yavanorelata nayo, because at the end of the day music has to educate and it has to entertain at the same time without overcrossing frequencies.
Yeah, I think it's also my favorite song because on my iTunes I think I have like all the songs as part of my library. I listen to that every day because like every song has a different message and we relate to all of the songs.
It was a time and moment where I had to make a mark. I had to prove a point. I had to, like, you know, we do enough of these things to prove our naysayers and our haters wrong. Big drive, that one. Shout out to my haters. I wouldn't be here.
You need them. Yeah,
I need them.
Yeah.
And you need strong haters. Strong.
That are very consistent.
That are very consistent with the hate, because it keeps you up to par. You work. You align. You make sure. You get what I mean? So, yeah.
So, Handipere Power now. That's a song for everybody. That's literally anyone and everyone can relate to.
I still feel like it's still our country is, you know, Taimba Simudzai Mwerez. Ndo yedu national anthem officially.
Because we are.
Kono ya Handipere Power. National anthem.
I wish we had those things where we're like.
National anthem, you want to Zimbabwe.
So it is.
It's empowering.
What was going on in your mind when you penned down that song?
A lot. Odds were against me. That time I didn't know anyone who wasn't trying to fight me. Remember, it was the time just after MTN. Like my industry heads right now, I won't even speak about them, they know. Like I would just see the atmosphere turn sour on me. But I understood why, because that's God's assignment. For an individual that I'm going to become, I have to go through a certain level of persecution. And that was the time when I felt like the world turned against me. Odds were against me. People were stipulating. People were scheming. People were projecting that I wouldn't go anywhere. People were saying, Zadak. People were saying, you're just going to be one of those. And I had to prove a point that God is God. And God gave me this gift to serve you, even you, the non-believer. We were doubting too much. And that was my mindset. And I remember there was an incident, it was a funny incident that happened, you know, in my life. You know, fights, left, right, and center, spiritually, physically. No, you know, I don't mean I'm hospital. I stayed 2 months in hospital. Ooh. Yeah, you know, I came back. I went into, you know, some stuff, went through anything that would deter a man from going forward.
You went through
I went through it, but I came back and I found myself singing that song and a whole lot of songs. And I told myself, you know what, after this far, I think it's safe to say, in a way to gratify my God who's given me these gifts and all these powers, that in I declare that Handipere power. And it's a declaration, it's a prayer. Because the moment the world is singing about it, they're also helping me pray. So,
where were you when you were writing the song?
Handipere power.
Yes. Where exactly? I want the exact place.
Okay, it's different moments. So I'll take you into my writing process. And you know, my songs, some of my biggest songs, Antanga is a word. To me, the word was powerful. Handipere power. Imagine someone achirinza. Hakuna mna donza pera power.
True.
And hakuna mna no believer but anopera power. And the kutome vanu asinga pere power. It's godly like that. And I believe I'm one of those people. And sometimes it takes you vocalizing your faith on the ground. It's like my old Jerry got an album. It takes you singing about things because I don't is going to blow my horns and my instruments. That was my Jericho type of moment. Affirmation, sending it unto the world, vocalizing my faith and telling people. So my incidents like I see, yatangere hip hop, we with mushroom, kuna cornered, granite side. Don't gatanga kuita. Nighttime, 2 a.m. It already hip hop. I was with Pablo. We kept it, developed it after 1.5 years. When that's the last song I recorded when the album deadline Angry Mangwana to submit the album. I did on Pay Power the previous morning. I remember having to argue at time because we were saying isong shallow, isong dumb. And we have this thing in Tamuga, songs we always trying to push ourselves to do something sophisticated because we are cut above the rest in its quality. In Tamuga was like, isong my, and so many people around were saying I found a Pinam album. And that was the fight then. But I knew that song was supposed to. Yeah. Album. So I did it the last day. Bata Maxine. Because I believed in that song. That's how. So different moments. Because I think about these things. I think about you when I'm writing. I think about her. I think about the guys. I think about everyone. I think about Mnarimi. I think about Munakaf. I think about everything. And I write.
Okay. That's interesting. Thank you for letting me, because I've always wondered what was happening in your head when you wrote the song.
I was feeling powerful and I wanted to vocalize it.
And
I was feeling challenged, and I knew I'd conquered my challenges, my fears. I'd conquered everything that was trying to stop me at that time. I'd conquered myself, and I was just telling the world that you can be who you want to be, and you're powerful. Tap into your greatness. Realize it. The moment you realize it, you're unstoppable.
That is so true. That is so deep. And I can tell from the way you're speaking that you're a very spiritual person.
I am.
So much that you dedicated, you centered a whole album on a verse.
Exactly.
Psalms 118, chapter 22 to 23.
Exactly.
Chapter 118, verse 22 to 23.
Exactly.
Right? What is it about that verse that made you center a whole album, the Cornerstone, on it?
Jivaldo, captain. I call him captain. He's always believed in me. I got a chiashindu. One day I'm going to do a books, man. When things were not okay in my career, you could see the challenges and the fight that were happening in my career. Even up to now, these things, I'm speaking in a way, I'm still facing some of these things. Remember, you have to fight these wars several times to win. You might as well fight the battle once or twice to win it. I'm still going through these things, and there are people out there who are like guardian angels who see from a distance, and they just come and speak a word into your life. He came and he said to me, you're giving me Joseph vibes. You are the Joseph of this music industry. So many of your brothers will betray you. So many of your people will not see your vision, and they will abandon it, and they will not be loyal to it. They will even sell you out. But guess what? You are the throne bearer. And like it or not, you will find yourself at the throne one day, and you will even help the people that didn't believe in you, the people that sold you. You remember the story of Joseph in the Bible? That's how it is in my life. That's why the cornerstone, the stone that the builder refused, later became the head cornerstone. I believe I am that part in this music industry that is not given enough credit. Why? Because there's a term that is used, underrated, which means people do not know the value that you have. They mistake your value for which is okay, because you'd rather be underrated than overrated. So when you're underrated, you're always sneaking from behind and surprising people. That's the cornerstone. I am that stone that the builder refused. There are people after dates, Noma. I think if you go out there, there are people who still believe whatever it is that I believe I will achieve and get, I will not get it for their own reasons, for their personal ego. That's people, right? And that's rejection. If I tell you, feel up National Sports Stadium, someone will say I no penga. That's rejection. But I'm saying the stone, that the builder. The builder is the fan, is the spectator, is the person out there, is the gatekeeper, is the promoter, is whoever out there who somehow believes
that you won't
less, believes in less, believes in everything except Nutty O. Dear builder. Dear Arvunz, the stone that the builder refused will become the chief.
Cornerstone.
Which has on the chag. Kona ya yemba ineswa brick like a simba. Special type of brick. And that's my faith. That's me vocalizing my faith. That's me vocalizing my mindset. How I am and where I'm standing. Where I'm stationed mentally, spiritually.
So are you the type that goes to church every Sunday, like you pay tithe and everything like that, or?
I don't, and this is concerned at church every Sunday, but I go to church some Sundays because, you know, I'm working enough of the times, then didn't go show AM on a Sunday, so the church, but there are special Sundays I pull up with church. My pastor knows. Big up to my pastor. Faith Ministries is my church.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Mbare, MCC Life Center. That's where I go to. I go to church sometimes, but I'm praying every time.
Okay. You're also a life coach, right? And one would wonder, really good, have you done enough of the life thing to be able to coach anybody in life?
Knowledge and age are ill-wedded companions. Knowledge and wisdom. Age and wisdom are ill-wedded companions. There's no link.
Come on now.
I've been in rooms speaking to billionaires, and I ain't one. Yet.
Yes, the yet is very important.
So, what I know and what I can tell you as Nini Ejian, I can give someone advice to make a meal or to eat about in the sinner. Within that spectrum, they're gifts. They're people who are gifted. They're people who can decipher things in a different way. And it goes beyond, it goes into the spirit realm too. Sometimes I just know what to tell you, and I don't know what made me tell you that. And I don't even realize that I've just told you something that you really need to use. So with those things, I feel like it's godly.
I get it.
Exactly.
Get it. So if your life was a Nutty O song, which one would it be and why?
Nutty O song. That song is not yet there. It's coming. I think expect that song in the next album.
Okay. All right.
That song is not yet there. There are songs that summarizes beats and pieces of my life, but not full.
Okay.
That song that is gonna surmise that is coming.
Okay.
Probably it's gonna be on my next album.
A lot of your songs are about affirmations, motivation, and I think they help a lot of us, right? But when you want a bit of motivation, which song do you listen to?
I listen to the whole Cornerstone. The whole Cornerstone mixtape motivates me. Sometimes I ask myself, like you're asking me, gee, what state was this? Cornerstone, do or die. This venue. Pay. Especially do or die in this venue. Mumu. All of those songs, they speak to me. Even though I'm the one who sang them. They speak to me. They usher me into a different thought zone. And they inspire me to do more and to do great. That's why I told you that to date, Cornerstone is my best work of art.
I think now you're making me want to go back again and listen to take my time.
I'll do this. Go and listen to the Cornerstone again.
I will.
Next time you come onto this podcast, tell people how you feel about it.
Okay.
If you don't like it, feel free to tell me. But I guarantee you, your expectations are guaranteed.
Okay. I'll listen to it. So you're not stranger to the global stage, and the first time that happened for you was when you worked with the Jamaican superstar Etana.
Exactly.
On No Money, No Love. That is 2017.
Exactly.
This collaboration put you on a global stage.
Exactly.
Right? How did being part of this project shape your vision for your music career going forward?
Remember that project later was involved on Etana's album, which was Grammy nominated.
Yes.
Which means I was the first Zimbabwe-based Zimbabwean to feature in a Grammy-nominated project.
That's huge. That's a big deal.
Being this person that I am, I thank God, because he's young, and you don't see it. But when I was telling people that I'm Africa's finest, when I was telling people that Inini, I'll go worldwide, I'll go global, people didn't believe. So when that happened, this is confirmation to the process. Good, no, God is telling you that Nutty O is what He says He is. How do we start? It's a process. It's not to feature my projects. I'm nominate for my Grammys. So I'm no stranger to the Grammys. You won't be surprised if one day my album will go to the Grammys, or I'll take that Grammy, because I'm involved in a Grammy-nominated project.
Speaking of these big things that you've done, now we come back to the Bob Marley situation. Bob Marley music carries deep messages about struggle, unity, revolution. How did it feel to be a part of an album reimagining his legacy? And what message did you want to bring with your version of So Much Trouble in the World?
Noma, we're speaking of Bob Marley here. Bob Marley, arguably the biggest artist in the world. Michael Jackson, yeah, but when I'm Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, the message still lives on. And I got the opportunity to have Bob Marley's vocals with my vocals, an opportunity to recreate a song of his with DJ Tamuka and Winky D, and to be part of a project that was star-studded in a Rema, and a Skip Marley, and a Davido, and a Stonebwoy, Pato Rankin, you name them. Validation is coming from these aspects. Asamasanga, these moves, all of this process, fulfilling me. And thanks to Taponis and my team, the people behind, the people always fueling the ABX engine, and Kelvin. I had to be part of that project, and trust me, and Dina Chando wants I could tell that from anyone as it stands. I only speak to God, and I only listen to God. Human beings cannot tell me nothing, because everything I have said I will do is happening slowly, steadily and slowly. Bob Marley tattoo na himself. Tattoo project in a Rema. Too close from working with Rema.
Oh, nice.
Too close. Are we not close?
We
are.
We
were involved in a project together.
We are actually.
Yeah.
We are.
Are we not close working with Davido, Skip Marley?
We are really close.
I've worked with Stonebwoy already. Pato Rankin, you know the story already. Okay. So all of these things, Noma, I'm just saying, humbly, it's validation that the process that I've engaged onto is working, and God has not started yet.
Okay. What was it like working with Winky D on this track?
I worked with Winky D before, remember. Well, song patakaita tatatu tambo sangana Winky D my song. So we kept it for a while. You know, because non-disclosure area. So Winky D to me is a general to me. Winky D is a general to me. Is a leader too. Is a person who has done remarkable things for me career-wise. Remember, the first endorsement in Mustard Seed album, Satra Buddha, was Winky D. And history says he has not done it for anyone yet.
And I did it for you.
Yeah, so me and Winky D, brothers like this, we speak on a daily.
So it was easy for you guys to come together and bring the Zimbabwean flavor into that.
It was easy because we even ABX sound with automatic, because we align. Winky D is a wise man. He's a good heart. He's a leader. He's smart. You cannot separate Winky D from greatness. He's a great individual. And as someone who's growing, Pastage and feeling indeed right now in my career, I'm no longer man of the moment. I'm going for that legendary status. You need to align with great people. You need to align with the legends, because the teaching, the anointing is passed on by association. Those guys are no longer chasing men of the moment that are peace and but they're always the most valuable.
And I think
that's what I'm chasing too. I don't want to be man of the moment. I don't want to have number one song because it's for everyone. So no share anonymous. Mangwana mansini kunumuga kuni artist anonze klopa. Whatever number one. So you cannot chase that, and you need to know my levels. Kune stage chase number one. Kuita stage yeguva legend. For legend over ita icon. So
that's what you're pushing.
I'm pushing for that. I want to be a Winky D. I want to be without music and still racking in the most money. Yeah.
We've spoken a lot about the challenges that are in the industry, the negativity, the hate and everything, right? Would you say your team, with everything that has been happening, would you say your team is the best on the ground right now?
Nutty O's team. Arguably, my team is the best on the ground, considering the stuff that I've done, the doors I've opened, not for myself, for a lot of people, the youths. We've done a lot of things, groundbreaking things. The mustard seed itself is testimony that my team on the ground has its thing on lock. It's unfortunate credit doesn't come through enough. To me, to my team. But it's the way it is because of the people we're going to become. Resistance not to we are my champion. But I believe my team has done credibly enough hard work to propel me to be here, and I have a big team. I have people around me that mean so much to me that some don't want to be spoken about, but behind the scenes, I'm going to push my button since Nutty was in Mbare. And shout out to everyone who's been supporting Nutty O. I cannot mention you all, but shout out to the ABX engine, the team behind. And it's only a matter of time.
Okay.
Each other are you credited?
I think we'll literally sit here and talk for like a whole 2 hours. There's a lot.
We need to negotiate with the podcast on the ABX day.
Okay.
You need to go in 2 parts.
Okay.
The chaser my aspect I could bring a chef and I should be chimburu.
That's a good idea. Actually.
Number interview.
Oh, okay, that's the case.
You number interview.
Okay.
You bring your favorite guest. I'll also interview that guest will interview me.
Okay.
So we have four episodes.
Okay.
About day roll, probably on my birthday. It's been nice to do it on my birthday. I get to take you to the streets. We do an in-depth with Nutty O. You move with me. We go Mbare, show you my mom, show you my family, show you my people, show you how I do, show you the streets where I come from, show you what I eat on a daily basis, where I go to, show you my studio, routine yangu, get you into the bits and pieces. Then we interview each other, even on the street, on a jam session, that type of thing.
Okay. Management, you heard that? Okay.
Idea.
We are gonna make that. We're definitely gonna make that happen. Okay. So you're also one person who you appreciate women.
I appreciate women. And I told you. I told you you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like your style.
Thank you.
Something I've noticed from a distance. Your style.
Thank you.
And you have to love a woman with style.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
But I'll say something. Are you Shona? Or are you Ndebele?
I'm Ndebele.
Ndebele women have style.
And listen, I'm not the one who said that. You said it. He said it.
But I'm not saying Shona women don't have style. We want people regardless.
Yes, please.
But then, paying attention to details, so we need to in the Ndebele tribe itself, they're so into detail.
Thank you.
And I want to give it up to them. Ndebele women, you have style.
We appreciate it. We appreciate
it. Style.
I get, because you're a musician. You know, they say musicians are smooth when it comes to words. I can already tell now. What would you say? What's your, I don't know if this is going to sound correct. What's the nuttiest from Nutty? Oh, okay. Get it right. What's the nuttiest line you've ever used?
I mean, sometimes the kind of my lines, no one I'm going to see, I'm going to extension. Right?
But
extension. Because fan base yangu, the people who listen to my music a lot are women. And I cannot run away from the love women have always showed me. They speak about things, about my voice, how my voice makes them feel. So anything I say, it doesn't matter in what way. If I say extension, they go crazy. And I think that's the nuttiest thing I've said. Maybe I would say, maybe you would lead me through the lane and say, for example, what is the nuttiest thing you've ever said to a nigga? Is Noma.
Honestly, I'm a boring person when it comes to those issues.
What is the nuttiest thing you've heard someone say?
I'm not smart enough when it comes to those things.
What you've heard someone say something? What is the nuttiest thing you've heard someone say?
My mind is blank. My mind is actually blank.
You see, so yeah, because I feel, me being Nutty O, I feel like it's the nuttiest thing that can ever happen to any woman out there. So if I say extension.
Okay.
Extension.
Let's stop right there. Okay.
Listen.
Anyway, to wrap it up, what's the next thing for the African finest? Africa's finest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Higher is the only road. Higher is the only road. From here we go up. Like I told you, different stage in life, different stage in career, chasing different levels. I want my music to live long. I would want to be that artist who's going to be remembered, not just as a musician, but as an influential individual in many aspects. Leading people, speaking to the youth, directing the youth the right direction, using the medium music. But musically, big things are coming.
Okay.
ABX management, please give me a date. I want to give these people music. My fans have been asking me for the second album, and I hear you. All I will say to you, the word of the season is normalize.
Okay. We got it.
Normalize.
Okay.
Normalize.
Okay.
Normalize. Normalizing waiting for good music. Mm-hmm. It's important.
Okay.
Normalize waiting for good things. Because good things take time. Mm-hmm. Good food takes time to cook.
That is true.
Soul food is rare. Mm-hmm. So normalize waiting for these things. Patience. You've all been waiting. Keep waiting. Normalize waiting. Normalize loving one another. Normalizing cutting fake friends this year. Normalize cutting energies that do not serve you. Normalize keeping people that make you feel like you are the best person in the world, and cut everyone who doesn't do that. And normalize, because that's a comment section, because kuna paying
got it.
Some character.
Got it.
And normalize being a good person in love. Love one another. Love is the answer.
Got it.
Unity is the answer. Life is short to tandar.
Thank you.
So as we leave today, make sure you give someone a dollar if you have. Make someone happy. Do something nice for someone. Make your impact in your presence within the world.
Okay. All right. Last thing. Mm-hmm. Rapid fire questions. Answer as fast as you can. Okay. Because we don't have time. Mm-hmm. If you could collaborate with any artist in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ruga.
Oh. Mm. I love Ruga.
It's coming.
But my Mbare again, they will be jazz. But I love his music. I love his music. I know imagine. Okay. My favorite song by Ruga is Red Flag.
Okay.
I don't know.
You like Red Flags because he somehow...
No, because he says the truth, right?
Exactly.
You saw the red flags, but you ignored them,
exactly.
You know? It's the fact that he's able to actually communicate that.
Exactly.
I find that to be very smart and cool.
It's like when I sang Bestie.
It's okay.
Okay.
Next question. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be and what would you call yourself?
I would be... Daupa 2. Mm-hmm. In an unrealistic world, I would be Doctor Strange. Mm. Right? Mm-hmm. I would be a psychic. I would be a fortune teller. I would be someone who foresees things and speaks unto the future.
Mm. Okay. If you could swap lives with one person for a day, who would it be?
Wizkid.
Why?
Starboy. I want to live that life. I want to be in his shoes.
Okay.
And just experience the Starboy life for one day. Yeah.
If you could host a concert anywhere in the world, no budget limit whatsoever, what would it be?
It would be in the UK, definitely. Okay. I feel like large fan base of mine
is in
the UK.
Oh, nice.
Both diasporans and other nationalities. I would want to do a show in the UK.
If someone gave you $10,000 right now to spend in a day, what's the first thing you'd buy?
10,000 in a day to spend in a day?
Yes.
Ndaipiwa mari, so I must make it count. The way I am, I would buy a Honda Fit. Ndoisa pa in drive. Don't try you to my streets are focused. That's not plan. No matter to drive safely or want something to do.
Is that real though? Is that realistic? Is that real?
That's
true.
That's
oh,
me.
that's nice. That's great.
That's what I would do with that money. If you give me money, 10,000 right now, because look, or else I will reinvest it back into my career. Because I know I will have it. Then it will benefit other people indirectly. I will just take it, maybe some career mang anyhow. Maybe no shoot a video Tanzania and a director Kenny. Or don't know, it's just something with that 10. But now, what I would feel like doing right now, when I January munum, couldn't my youth wander on my streets, are focused, who are actually doing everything right, but they just don't have a plan. So, the smartest way is really risky, iri reliable, iri bo, yekuti ndimubvise mu street, ndimupe zvekuita. This is ndatofunga iri immediate, isina mari, iri certain, isina speed, isina dzunge kanaka. Ndonotenga ka Honda Fit, ka hybrid, or ka mota, ka diki, ne 10k, ndomupa, oenda ba road, utanga kuziriritira. Ndatobvisa 1 youth per street.
Oh, my hey. Okay, thank you so much for coming. I think what we're going to do is we're going to ask you, so that we have this man again. Then you tell us what you want to know from him, because I know we literally just scratched the surface. There's a lot more to learn from him and about him. So if you know you have a burning issue, it don't make sense though. Just let us know, so that maybe, just maybe, he might reconsider and come back again, and we have this conversation again. But thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you.
It's an honor, Noma. Thank you. This is the Ola, right? It's the Ola podcast, right?
Yes.
Life and stuff. Thank you for having me. It's been a long time coming. I loved the conversation, and thank you to the fans and the people watching. Stay true, stay powerful, stay safe. Love.
All right, and please bring us new music. We really
new music.
We want it. It's exclusive on Life and Stuff. When is the album coming?
Any date from the 20th of February. Something is dropping. You
heard it first here, okay? So any day from the 20th
of February.
DM.
Something chakaipa chiri kuya. So kana wangu subscribe on YouTube. Ugaroga mirego go samisa notification. Go on Spotify. Go on every platform. Subscribe, follow, and stay in tune. Stay connected to all my ABX out there. All right.
So let's do that. Let's make sure we follow Africa's finest, the baddest to ever do it in this country. Okay, you had it right. So thank you so much for tuning in. To make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, comment, and do all the things that you keep on doing. We really appreciate you. Thank you for the love, the likes, and everything that you do for us. But for now, thank you. Siyabonga kakhulu. Tinotenda. Dalebuha. Love and light to you. Goodbye.